Okay, we're going to be doing 2.6, proving geometric relationships. Our essential question is, how do you write flowchart and paragraph proofs to prove geometric relationships? So do this exploration on your own, come back. So our theorems. Theorem 2.3, right angle congruence theorem. All right angles are congruent. Theorem 2.4, congruent supplements theorem. If two angles are supplementary to the same angle or to congruent angles, then they are congruent. If angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, and angle 3 and angle 2 are supplementary, then angle 1 and angle 3 are congruent. Theorem 2.5, congruent complements theorem. If two angles are complementary to the same angle to congruent angles, then they are congruent. If angle 4 and angle 5 are complementary, and angle 6 and angle 5 are complementary, then angle 4 is congruent to angle 6. To prove the congruent supplements theorem, you must prove two cases, one with angles supplementary to the same angle and one with angles supplementary to congruent angles. The proof of the congruent complements theorem also requires two cases. So example 1, proving a case of congruent statements theorem. We're given that angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, so they add up to 180, and angle 3 and angle 2 are supplementary. We're proving that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. So we're going to start and say angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. Also, angle 3 and angle 2 are supplementary. This is given. From this, we can say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees, and the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2 is 180 degrees. This is the definition of supplementary angles. Since these are both 180, we can say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2. This is transitive property of equality. From this, we have two measure of angles 2's, or we can say the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of, no we can't. Sorry, the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. Subtraction property of equality. And then we can say angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. This is the definition of congruent angles. Postulate 2.8, linear pair postulate. If two angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. I spelled that wrong. Angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair. So angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, and the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. Theorem 2.6, vertical angles congruence theorem. Vertical angles are congruent.